Conscious. If I had just one wish for expanding your mind. If I had just one wish for expanding your mind. If I had just one wish for expanding your mind. Conscious. Conscious. If I had just one wish for expanding your mind, I say, wait. Hey, you know what's crazy? I always think about that blog I wrote when I interviewed different people. And one of the blogs said, men, do you think all women cheat? And another blog said, men, do you think all women cheat? Everybody said yes. So riddle me this. If everybody think everybody cheating, and I think I already brought this up before, then what the hell? You're just going to leave one cheater for the next. You're just going to go through a vicious cycle. I mean, Jesus. It's so much deeper than what we're going to get into it, guys. We're going to get into it. However, welcome back. Welcome. And I'm sure you know, if you know, you know, you are at the thought-provoking topic with Crystal Jackson. And in our last episode, we explored the complexities of infidelity. Whether forgiveness is possible, or we looked at like two different views, with people against it, people for it, right? So now we're going to dive into the tough decisions of whether to stay in a relationship after betrayal. So if you haven't thrown your hands up in frustration yet, you're likely contemplating your options. And the choice at the end, I'm going to be very frank. I don't care who you are, what anybody says, it is your decision. When people come to me and ask me questions like that, I just read back to them what they're saying, and I ask them where they feeling, how are they, what do they expect. I cannot answer that question as a whole. We're gonna break down how we can lead ourselves there. Okay, stay tuned, and you already know what it is. Hello, Vibes Me Elevation Podcast with your girl Crystal Jackson. Namaste. Let's get into it. This is the thought of the day. Opening quote. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a constant attitude. Martin Luther King Jr. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Enough clapping. Let's give it up for Martin Luther King. We had to give it up for the homeboy, all right? Before we get into the issues. Y'all ready? Because I'm ready. Ready, set, go. Set, go. That's what my grandson said when he played football. Set, go. All right, okay, let's do this. If you take your love away from me, I'll go crazy. Okay. So, guys, figuring out if you should stay in a relationship after cheating. Well, we already talked and said that was a complicated ass process, right? It is vital, though, to dig into the root cause of why it happened in the first place and to evaluate if the relationship can be repaired. And even if you feel like it can't be repaired, you don't even want to talk about it. When you walk away, evaluate yourself. Do a self-evaluation, please. And guys, remember, a relationship is like a contract. It requires commitment from both fucking partners, man. That's it. Both partners got to want the same thing at all times. Or else you're screwed. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get down. Let's break some shit down. Okay, assessing the emotional investment. First of all, right? First, you got to ensure your partner is emotionally present. That's a key. If you find yourself investing more than they are, then it's a breach of the relationship contract, baby. Making it challenging to move forward. Let me tell you something. I always tell my kids this. Two people in a relationship and that person don't want the relationship more than they stand, you're the only one losing because you're going to keep fighting. You're going to keep trying to make it work, and that person don't give a fuck. So you're going to keep digging yourself in the dirt while this person is just like, hey, I don't care, because they could take the relationship or leave it. You got to make sure they haven't checked out emotionally. And if you'll know when they have, they'll start to act different. When that emotional connection is disconnected, man, something ain't right. Now you have to figure out, is it, okay, did the fire burn all the way out? That's the antic I like to use. Imagine a fire burning. Sometimes, the flame go low. It can ignite back up. But once it's put out all the way, you're not going to get that same fire back. Once a person is done, it's a wrap. You cannot get it back. I'm telling you. You cannot. You cannot really love somebody unless you never stop loving them. Like, just make sure that the fire ain't gone. If the fire gone, you have to put your tough man, tough woman outfit on, combat. You gotta walk away, man. You gotta sit in the corner and cry for a little bit. If you gotta feel that pain, let it hurt. Feel it. But if they're emotionally checked out, then hey, there's nothing you can do about that. I can't even help you with that. Understanding forgiveness. You have to ask yourself what forgiveness means to you. Can you truly forgive? You got to consider the level of betrayal and whether you sensed it coming. Okay. Now, if you have problems if somebody's cheating, there's some problem somewhere. I don't give a fuck. But you may not even be aware of it because there's no communication. So you may not have sensed it coming. You might feel a big chunk of betrayal. I can't believe this shit. But you really have to sit down and ask what forgiveness means to you, because that is the worst part. The worst part is saying you forgive somebody you really didn't forgive. Y'all in a relationship. That relationship is screwed now too. You might as well let it go, because to truly forgive, I've done it. I forgive. I'm a forgiving motherfucker. One of my friends, she used to be my best friend. She's still my friend, but we're just not best friends. She used to be done with me. Because I'm not carrying around nobody else's shit with me. I just realized we all do what we do. We were all here for a fucking. This is before I even went through my awakening. We're all here for a purpose. You know what I mean? We're here to grow and make mistakes and all type of shit. It is not my job to judge someone for their mistakes. That's their life path. That's their purpose. Whether they fulfill it or not, I don't know. It's not my job. It's my job to evaluate and acknowledge my feelings and grow from situations. Period. So if you feel like you cannot really truly forgive, I'm not telling anybody to walk away, don't walk away. I'm not doing none of that. I'm saying these are the questions that you need to ask yourself, and you need to be honest with yourself. I'm going to suggest, if you cannot truly forgive, you might think about leaving that relationship, only because you're about to go through hell. It's not even worth it. All right? Questions to ask yourself. Why should I stay? Are you genuinely happy in this relationship? Is it worth fighting for? Do you deserve better? Was it a lapse in judgment stemming from deeper issues, or has your partner checked out emotionally? Ask yourself these questions. Consider the relationship dynamics, guys. Reflect on whether either of you exhibit narcissist tendencies. Woo! Baby. If you are in love with a narcissist and you don't know, and you didn't know, woo, that journey, that hell is like, okay, it's like this. In the beginning, this person bombed you with nothing but love. It was grandiose, baby. You hear me? And then somewhere in the middle, they start to pull away, start to act different, they start to act funny. They're like, well, what's going on? And they're acting like there's nothing going on. It's not them, it's you, So now you're desperately trying to get back to where y'all are at. And once you're like, okay, fuck it, I'm done. They think they're losing you. They're going to, okay, let me give her some or him some. They're going to give you like maybe 70% of that. You're just going to be happy with that 70% because you got something. And then once you they're going to pull it back, give it back. They're going to keep dropping the percentages. It's never going to go back up to 100% because you're not worth it anymore to them. It's like they had this ego thing. You got to check out my narcissist episode. I don't know. And again, that is one of the hardest I had to do in life, is learn not to just judge a narcissist. Because you cannot say you don't judge, but then you judge that one person. So I had to really check myself with that. Because, baby, a person with narcissist like having a gun in my head. You hear me? I didn't play them games at all, but I don't let it affect me anymore. I don't have to be in their presence, but I'm not judging them. I realize it's a personality defect, okay? It's something that they obviously cannot help. So, who am I to come down hard on them? If they want to be narcissists away, But to all my people who are in relationships with a narcissist, you might want to really sit down and talk to somebody, get some help. After I did all that research, even psychiatrists who are counseling narcissists have to see a psychiatrist when they're finished. A big percentage of them. It's like a big mind fuck. Like, I used to be some I was like, I'd rather play Russian roulette than to get gaslighted by you do. But it ain't that serious anymore. It is still serious. It's real serious if you're stuck in them relationships. It really is. But I'm saying for me to be like that, because I know how to handle it. I really do. The one that I was with, he got the hell away from me by the time it was all over and done with. I made him come clean with everything. I mean, the lies. Y'all have no idea how far this person went. And I researched. I'm talking about I was researching deeds to houses. I was calling Walmarts. Oh, man, it was awful. God, man, you don't even know. Woo! Okay. Back to the... Is there like a cycle of infidelity? This is what I call serial cheating. So you got to understand the patterns. So based on the insight from the interview, when I conducted, when they were saying many women believe men cheat and vice versa, it led to a vicious cycle of mistrust. So I'm like, should you accept a lesser evil to avoid the pain of being alone? You know, what is, no. I'm going to say no to that, right? But if everybody think everybody cheating, since everybody think this is a crime, not everybody, since majority of people think it's a crime, why do you think that everybody is doing it? And why are you still in relationships if this is the case? I mean, it's just no black and white thing. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't put nobody in a box. Shit just happened. You got to just go with the, you got to bend and be flexible. You don't have to, but that's the way I see it. The risk of forgiveness. Be cautious. You got to when you're forgiving. Ensure that you thoroughly considered your decision. I promise you. Forgiving without deep reflection can lead to a cycle of repeating relationships with potential serial cheaters. The more you give, the more you respect. The more you forgive, though. Okay, yeah, let's talk. This is, right here. Understand this. Imagine being in a relationship with somebody and they cheat. They cheat real big, right? And you forgive them. You didn't take much. You forgave them. They do it again. You forgive them. They do it again. You forgive them. Y'all done been together 7 years. This motherfucker or her, this bitch, this brawl. I'm sorry, excuse me. This brawl female. Then she threw the whole relationship. Now they decide they're going to pack their shit and leave. Do you know what that's going to do to your self-value, your self-esteem, and all that? And then when they get with that next person, they're going to flourish. You like, what? I wasn't good enough? It was never that you wasn't good enough. You played yourself. You played that character for yourself, okay? The more you thinking, I'm a ride or die. I'm forgiving him. I'm right. I always got his back. I'm always forgiving him or her. That's not how they're going to see it, baby. They're going to lose respect for you each time, especially when it be something big. Now, it's one thing this person cheat and they know they messed up. They don't want to lose you and y'all. But to cheat, come back. Man, listen. Hey, baby. If a person is just constantly cheating like that, and y'all don't even be in a committed relationship. I had like 3 of them type of relationships. You feel me? I know how it feels. My husband was an excellent cheater. Excellent. Okay? Excellent, baby. To the fact I almost thought it was normal. I stopped arguing. I stopped fighting. And I definitely stopped being intimate. And he used to be so mad I did not care. No, sorry. And eventually, I just I fell out of love with him. I don't want to put my business out there or this other person's, but he cheated with somebody that was really close to me, real close. And this is what I'm talking about, forgiveness. I forgave full-heartedly. And I'm going to tell you why, because this person was so close to me. There's no way I was going to let a man come in between me and this person. I'm a bit optimistic, so I'm more than a bit optimistic. I looked at it like this. You did me a favor. Y'all both showed me what both of you guys were capable of doing, especially him. If he would do this, then I can't put nothing past him now, But I stayed after that for so many different reasons. So I know, I'm telling you, I've been through so much. I've been through so much up and downs, you hear me? But something changed in me. Because it's just, I'll tell you my story one day. Listen here. If a person is serial cheating, you might want to reflect on why you are still there, or why they're even still with you. I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? I could wish somebody could have really sat down and talked to me. All right, let's see. I believe that's really it. Bottom line is, nobody can answer. Okay, at the end of the day, when you go home and you go to sleep at night, that's your head on that pillow. That's your heart being broke or not. I can't make that decision for you. Tina can't, Josh can't, Maria, your mom, your dad. No, people they're gonna be judgy. People gonna give you suggestions. They're gonna say what you need to do. But at the end of the day, this is your personal story, and this is where you get your personal empowerment. You do that shit because you know it's the right thing to do, and you need to do that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you're still broken, you're going to keep going back. It's just listening to somebody else. Yeah, leave that mother. From the time I was 14, and my first relationship was from 14 to 18. I never listened to what nobody said. I mean, I do it with my friends around. I didn't give a fuck about none of that. Listen, I'm going to do what I want to do. And they tell me I learned everything the hard way. Jordan Lucas. I did. But you know what? I needed to. And I've been through so much. I knew that all the stuff I was going through was for a reason. It was so I can give it back. You know, there's probably nothing I haven't been through. But anyways, however, for me, to sum it up, nothing in this world, no topic I really talk about is black or white to me when it's general like that. I can see things both ways. At the end of the day, every topic that we can discuss, it's all about you finding your way. It's all about you understanding what your limit is, how much you're going to take. And I'm going to tell you this, and this is the gospel, baby. If you continue to attract scum relationships, messed up relationships, why am I always attracting? I'm not, and I'm no pun intended, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. If you're attracting scum, then your vibration is scum, baby. You got to raise your vibration, and that's the best way I could put it. It's not him. It's you. It's you. And it simply comes from not loving yourself enough. It simply comes from being broken, probably from a broken home, or not emotional detachment, childhood shit. That's why I say it's important to attack that, because that shit affects every area of your life. If you keep attracting bullshit to your life, you gotta sit back and understand why you gotta raise your vibration. I don't want my heart broke, you're gonna attract somebody that's gonna break your heart. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to fucking attract. You're gonna attract that. Remember that frequency attracts like frequency. I promise you that. Don't forget that. All right. So let's talk about the check-in. What are your thoughts on forgiveness after infidelity, honestly? Have you found yourself in a similar situation? And if so, what happened? What decision did you make? Let us know. We want to know. Okay? Shoot, we're on YouTube. You can put in the comments. I'll respond. The takeaway. Take time, baby, to evaluate your feelings and thoughts about your relationship. Remember, you got to take your time. Think about it. Ain't no right or wrong answer, because it's your life. No matter what decision you make, it's going to produce some type of outcome. And it's going to affect you. I mean, sure, people around you, but the way I see it is, we all here for a purpose. No matter what path we take, the destination, we're still going to end up at the same destination. You know what I mean? We might take the bumpy road thinking it's better, not knowing, but at the end of it, we're going to end up at this destination we're supposed to anyway. That's the way I see it. But that's just me. What else? Okay, again, take time to evaluate your feelings and your thoughts. Create a list of pros and cons. That's always been a big one. Journal your emotions to gain clarity about your next step. And I got a tip of the day. I want y'all to guys remember, healing takes time, okay? So if you choose to forgive, just establish boundaries to protect yourself from future hurt. Pay attention, okay? You deserve a relationship that is mutually fulfilling and respectful. Everybody does. If you're going to be committed, and a committed one. And thank you for tuning in to discuss this topic. We got deep. No, we didn't get that. I mean, we did. We went there. So we really just discussed the decision to stay after infidelity. Should you stay? Should you not? What to think about. If you like this episode, found it helpful, like, subscribe, share, tell somebody about it. And if you want to connect with me or share your story, go to YouTube comments. You can go to my website, email. I mean, Ace up for me. So many ways to get in touch with me. It ain't even funny. Okay. But check the link in the description. And you know I got a mantra for ya. Choosing to walk away. I'm sorry. Choosing to forgive or walk away is a deeply personal decision. Trust your instincts and prioritize your happiness and well-being. Okay? Oh yeah, remember guys. Protect your energy. Like the Secret Service protected president, but not John F. K. Okay? And your energy is expensive. Be mindful how you spend it. Go visit www.inspiredvibrations.com. I got earrings. I got blogs. All type of information to raise your vibes. What are we waiting on? Namaste, my baby. I'll catch y'all again in the next round. The fuck up, leave them shackles behind. It's the age of the Aquarius and conscious of vibe. If you stuck in the matrix, you too far behind. Hey, you're too far behind. If I had just one wish, be expanding your mind, I say wake the fuck up, leave them shackles behind. It's the age of the Aquarius and conscious of vibe. If you stuck in the matrix, you're too far behind. You're too far behind. Okay? Raising vibe for the collective is start with reflection, eventually expanding your conscious collective. Protecting your energy, you must be selecting. You gotta protect it. Selective. You gotta protect it. Because guess what, y'all? I'm protecting my vibe out there because I can't lie. It's killing my vibe. I'm going to have to say bye. Cutting several altars like a dilly to sing. Cut you out of my life. Bye-bye. Cut you out of my life. Motivation depend on itself for your help. It's internal. The vibration speak for itself. Look around at the life you created yourself. It was birthed from your thoughts. It's a mere manifest. So guess what I do? Expanding your mind. Do what? Astrological expert interpreting charts is a self-power tool. It's a God where to start. Numerology, coaching, and tarot. I do all the things can be used as empowerment tools. Astrological expert interpreting charts is an empowerment tool. It's a God where to start. Numerology, coaching, and tarot. I do all the things can be used as empowerment tools. One more. Astrological expert interpreting charts is empowerment too. It's a God where to start. Numerology, coaching, and tarot. I do all the things can be used as empowerment too. All is love, I'm giving it freely. All is love, I'm giving it freely. All is love, I'm giving it freely. Raising vibe is my mission. I am her. Do you feel me? Expanding your mind. Conscious. Namaste, my baby. I would like to thank everyone who's joined in and checked out my new segment, Thought Provoking Talk. This episode here is the last episode of that theme. We're moving into November, a whole nother thing. So stay tuned. And don't forget, we still got that positivity on Mondays. All right. Love y'all. Namaste.